Good morning, home builders. This is Rachelle. I have a special treat for you guys today. We are in Spearfish at their new CTE school that will be officially opening this fall with Kurt, their building trades teacher, and kind of the driving force behind this whole project. So we are going to turn it over to him, but I just want to show you guys some of the classrooms. We just got a tour, me and Teresa and Bree from the workforce committee, because we felt it was so important to come up here, find out what they're doing. Let me know if you can hear me with the mics. Do you want to say something so I can
Yep,
check?
this is Kirk Easton,
Okay.
Superintendent, Building Trades Instructor.
I'm going to switch it over to him. Can you hear us? Good. You can hear him too? Okay. Okay, perfect. So say hi when you're here. This is Kurt. Like I said, he has been the driving force. I would love for you to tell me the three things, the three goals to this.
Sure. The three goals of the CTE Center, first and foremost, is to expose students to different industry, businesses, careers, whatever you want to call it. To expose them to see whether they like it and want to pursue it further, or they may decide it's something that they don't like and they want to try a different area. The second thing is to have knowledgeable consumers. So kids that go in the automotive program, they know when they go to a service center that they know the language that the mechanic is talking to them. Building trades, give kids the confidence to hang a ceiling fan, a door, you name it. Or even medical science. Everybody's going to go to a doctor at some point. And so to have some of that medical terminology, kind of have some knowledge behind the scenes of what they might encounter when they go to the doctor. And the last thing is we will prepare some students for the workforce, whether it's building trades, automotive, medical science, business, computer applications, family and consumer science, which kind of goes along with tourism and hospitality. We will prepare some students to go directly into the workforce.
That's awesome. We just had the tour. We're super excited. So we're going to not take a ton of Kurt's time, but we're going to walk you through, show you the different classrooms. And this has been a journey. You said, right? 2 years?
Yes, yep.
For you?
2 years.
2 years. So he's been the driving force. He was telling us about this, going after sponsors, all kinds of things. So I do want to show you guys this wall here. There is tons of empty space. They would love your support. If you are interested in getting your logo on here, he said it lasts for 5 years, and then you'll get moved to a smaller plaque. So they'll refresh this every 5 years. There's $1,000, $2,500, and $5,000. And you do see some of our members up here. So thank you, Bank West, RCS Construction, someone else. Ralph Simisma. We'll have his up here soon. And I thought there was one more. Oh, Marcus Custom Builders, Spearfish Builder. So thank you guys so much for, being part of this. We appreciate it. So take it away. What do you want to show us here?
Well, we'll walk down the hallway here. The first classroom is Family Consumer Science. If you're my age, most people remember this as home ec, but is now called Family Consumer Science. Our teacher teaches 4 blocks of foods and then 2 blocks of human growth and development.
That's awesome. And this is super, so different from my high school experience when you walk in here and see this classroom.
So there are 7 workstations with residential ovens, and then we do have a commercial gas-fired oven stovetop back there. We have a walk-in cooler, walk-in freezer. We have a dry storage area back there, a 3-tub industrial, sink, washer dryer. Yeah.
It's awesome. And they've not used it yet, right? So this will be...
We have not. We're just moving stuff in here before the end of the school year so we can have everything in place for the start of next school year.
That's awesome. Okay. Looks great in here.
As we make our way down the hallway, another set of bathrooms, and then we'll make our way to medical science.
Medical science. And you guys, we've complimented the bathroom situation. They're private bathrooms, so I guess that's pretty important to high schoolers these days. So medical science. And so you said when they get out of this, they will have a CNA, correct?
Well,
hopefully.
if they take the CNA coursework.
Oh, CNA coursework. Okay. So this is so cool. I've never been into a CTE school, so I wasn't sure what to expect. But they've got all their like mannequins, I guess you'd call them. This is their teacher. Say hi. I like to put everybody on the spot. So and then this is like your pretend OR, right?
Yeah, like ICU or whatever we need it to be, really.
And so they were talking about there's a observation room and a simulator that will be in here.
It'll have a programmable mannequin that the teacher can program to have different symptoms, and then students will have to come in and diagnose what is wrong with the patient, and then they'll have to come up with a care plan and things like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Anything you want to say to the home builders?
We're excited.
And they could use money, guys. They need some money up here. I got to give that poll.
This is our business classroom.
It's a nice big classroom. And you said they teach like accounting 1 and 2, that type of thing.
Yep. Our business teacher teaches accounting 1 and 2, a careers class, and business math.
And they're also working on maybe trying to get a partnership with the Department of Labor, right? So that you can help maybe place kids into internships, like work study programs, things like that.
Yeah, we do job shadowing right now with
Okay.
our students, but we'd like to see that expand into maybe internships or apprenticeships.
Awesome. This guy's been working hard, you guys. We've heard a lot of things that he's been doing for 2 years.
So in this particular area, where she's looking at her, shining her phone now, that's our computer applications classroom. So our teacher teaches programming, coding, software, hardware, that type of things. And then the room we're in right now is a robotics automation lab that we're hoping to partner with somebody to bring in an automation system or some type of robotics program. Hasn't been defined yet, but it will be here hopefully in the near future.
It's coming.
Yep.
Okay, now we're going to the exciting part, well, for us. Into building trades, room 139. This is a
For instruction, demonstrations, things like that. There's not really a classroom per se, it's just an open area where class will take place. But we left the room somewhat open, so if we need to build some walls for kids to demonstrate wiring or plumbing or things like that, drywall, you name it, frame the wall, all that type of stuff. We have a demonstration area here where kids can work with that type of stuff. And over here in the big shop, the shop area is 45 foot by 75 foot. Has a 28-foot overhead door. So we can build roughly 1,200 square foot house, probably the largest we've ever want to do, but somewhere between 1,000 and 1,100 square feet. We're hoping to work with the South Dakota Housing Authority and build governor's type homes or governor's homes, and then utilize them to move them and put them on the lot somewhere.
We love that. And how many kids did you say you have registered for the fall for the building trades?
For the 2 blocks that I'll be teaching, we have 22 kids signed up, so 11 in each block. Again, it's about perfect, so kids aren't tripping over one another when they're trying to frame or wire or plumb or whatever. So, talking about, I'm going to give a shout out to Will's Plumbing and Heating. They have approached me to form a partnership with them for the next 10 years for the equivalent of $100,000.
Oh, wow.
Big plumbing and HVAC supplies that will go in, fixtures, everything that is needed to plumb and put in the HVAC system in a house each year for the next 10 years.
That's amazing.
And they will also provide the expertise expertise because when I've built houses, I'm not an HVAC technician. So they will also provide technicians to come in and help me instruct the kids on how to properly put in ductwork or put in a vent stack or whatever it may be.
That's amazing. Wolf's Plumbing and Supply. That's amazing. We're just obviously home builders, super excited. I mean, look at this space, you guys, so much room to do so many things. And it's great to see someone so enthusiastic about building and getting kids into the trades. So
I grew up with my dad had a lumberyard and a construction company, and I love building. So
yeah.
I moved here to
The thing that I've learned the most since I've got this job is I think that build like construction, like the trades, it's very generational. So a lot of times if your dad did it or, you know, your grandpa, a lot of times and then you end up in it.
yeah. So this is woodworking. As you can see, the instructor and the students have been busy moving over equipment and hand tools and supplies, wood, all that kind of stuff. A lot of stuff to put away and get organized before the start of next school year. But again, in this, we have a restroom, there's a finish room, there's a tool room, and then a wood storage.
And you said for the tool room, there'll be a tool manager. So there's someone responsible for checking in and out the tools. So giving kids a lot of responsibility too.
Yep.
This is great. And so we had talked about how long this has taken to come full circle from the idea till today. And you said about 18 years, you think? Ish?
The school board administration have been talking about it probably since 2010.
That's crazy.
I arrived in 2016. We talked about it. We investigated, started looking at different plans. We were going to probably pull the trigger in 2020, and then COVID hit. And that put us behind a little bit. And then we started in 2022. May 3rd of 2022 is when we broke ground.
Wow, that's amazing. So it didn't take too long to build it, honestly, if you think about it.
No,
Feels like a while, but
when we get into the welding shop, it's a perfect example of all the things that went into it. And you can see why it took time.
mm-hmm.
This is a welding and drafting classroom. So again, our students, they will start off doing some of the drafting by hand to get some of the concepts down and so on, but then they quickly move into CAD.
That's awesome. These concrete buildings, I get slow connection here or there, but. All right, we're in the welding shop, right?
This is the welding shop, yes. There's 18 stations around the outside edge for welding, cutting, you name it. We have some big downdraft tables, so the kids are cutting either by torch or plasma cutter. We can suck all the fumes out.
It's awesome.
We have a finish room, we have an office, we have a room for our CNC plasma cutter, some more downdraft tables over here. We plumb in the oxyacetylene for some of the stations.
That's awesome.
So yeah, you just look at all the ductwork, all the conduit, all the piping, you name it. You can kind of see why it's taken a while.
All right, here we go.
This is the automotive shop. We have two 12,000-pound two-post lifts, and then we have a four-post lift here that's also an alignment rack. So when we get some more funding, we'll actually buy the alignment machine that goes in front of it, teach kids how to do alignments. We have a tire changer and a wheel balancer, certainly learn how to do that stuff. Our far bay is a wash bay, and so be able to bring our school vehicles in, wash them, detail them, that type of stuff. We'll maintain them by changing oil, other just simple maintenance type things that we can do in-house rather than outside the school district. A storage room, a tour room, Again, I think I mentioned earlier that the automotive instructor is going to operate this much like a service center.
Yes.
So kids will have to, if a vehicle comes in for an oil change, they'll have to write up a service order. I'll have to go through all of that. When they're done, I'll have to close out the work order. There'll be time clocks. I'll have to punch in, punch out. I think we always hear about teaching kids some responsibility and accountability, and this is the small things that we can do to help in that regard.
Yeah, I love it.
Bring habits.
I think it's great. I'm just so impressed with the whole thing. And thank you for being such a driving force behind this. I can't imagine the work and the responsibility to get this going, like how much that has been.
Well, I mean, I've had other people certainly help. Not everything was my idea, but it's been a labor of love. I have a CTE background, so I believe in the trades, and that we need to get more kids involved in them, and again, to be at least knowledgeable consumers.
Right.
Have confidence to go in and work on a vehicle, work on a house, do whatever. I think kids need that. They do.
This is the last room, wasn't it?
This is the last
Okay,
room. Yep.
so this is super exciting. You've told us a lot about the goals, the partnerships. I mean, is there anything else you want to say, or you think people need to know about?
We've talked about the partnerships a little bit. That's what's going to make the whole facility successful. Partnerships with our automotive program, with building trades, the medical. I mean, bringing in the medical side of things, bringing in chiropractors, doctors, physicians, PT, OT, dentists. I mean, you name it. I'm probably forgetting some of those, but there's so many specializations out there. Kids have no idea. If you're a nurse, well, you can be 20 different kinds of nurse. And so for kids to learn that stuff, we need partnerships from the outside coming in. And it's not always financial. I mean, some of it is just if an instructor asks you to come in and talk about your particular trade or your specialty, just be willing to do it.
Hour of your time.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions or anything? Anything else you want to say?
That's it.
I told you I'd be quick and painless.
Yep.
Everyone loves when I put them on the spot, but thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm going to make a Facebook post about this as well. We'd love to see your support up here in Spearfish, whether it is financial or volunteer your time. They're doing big things, so we want to get behind it. So we'll talk soon.